Good morning, traders. This is Perry Wilkie with StartupTrading.com. It is 8:49 a.m. Eastern Time on Monday, January 4th, 2021. Welcome to 2021. We finally made it. So, this is the first day of the trading year, obviously. So, as we look, we've been watching, or I have been watching 37.38 for quite a while, since actually September 2nd. Is when I started watching for this level, and I want to see when we get up here, do we stall out? Do we kind of go sideways for a while, then get a little deeper pullback? And then I was looking at some different pullback levels. Right now, we are getting bid. This is what I was talking about on Thursday when I last spoke to you, is that I'll be watching over the next few days whether 37.38 gets a bid or not. So at the end of the close Friday, it got the bid. So now we'll have to see if it can hold the bid. So overnight, so far tonight, 35 points even is the range. So from 37.38 quarter, coincidence? I think not, to 37.73 quarter is what we're looking at. So as we, sit here and look at it, we have some single prints also. So I think if we get back below 37.38, we have like a pop and flop pattern coming out this morning. I'll go over that here in a minute, but I think this is going to be the floor, or should be the floor. You start getting under basically 37.42.75. That's going to be trouble for the ES during this session, and it should really hold. This should be the low area. It shouldn't make it all the way down to 37.38 for a retest again, if we're going to hold that bid up here this week. So looking at all the indexes real quick, and this is really what I was talking about. So as we look at it, we've got I'm going to actually draw it this way. It's a little cleaner. We've got a topping pattern, is what I call it, when you gap above the previous day's level, and you have starting around 6, 7 a.m., you get a little bit of a downtrend line forming. And you can draw these. These are just like stuff to eyeball. They're not really, precise lines. They're just to give you a conscious level to be aware of, that there's downward pressure from these highs, and it doesn't matter really what the reason is. So I'll throw those on the chart. I'll leave them there just to remind myself that until I see bids start coming in and holding on 30-minute bars, where you've got 30-minute bars holding above these levels, right? There's slight pressure to the downside. We'll probably end up trying to get towards, Friday or Thursday's bell high, Thursday settlement value area high, and that zone I was just talking about for the ES. So also on the Dow, I'll read it to you while we're here. So that zone for the Dow is going to be between 30,000 449 and 30,668, and probably just a few points above it is where I would start getting interest if it comes down there. Below that box, right, it's going to be just like the ES, a lot more trouble. For the Nasdaq, that level is going to be basically 12,862.50 to 12,869 is what I'm looking at. And we've had quite the little gap coming in, right? We settled on Friday at 48.75. We've come out to 73 quarter in the overnight. It will be no surprise if we test the bottom end of this range. So these are really the levels I'm looking at today. It's going to be a short video this morning, because there's really not a lot going on. We're going to have the Georgia Senate races tomorrow, and then finally the close of the U.S. election on Wednesday. So hopefully by when we come back in Thursday morning, right, all the political, like who's in, who's out, is going to be decided. And we'll see what the Georgia is. Right now, the market has priced in at least one seat will stay with the Republicans. I don't think it really matters either way. It's not going to be the end of the world as uh, everyone thinks if the Democrats end up getting both of those seats, it's still going to be a very slim majority that they're going to have. They're not going to really have as much power as anyone thinks. It would only take, one or two to flip. And they have very slim margins in the House now as well. I think it'll be more of a mixed Congress no matter what happens in Georgia going forward. One thing that we can look at to the upside for the Russell, if we do start getting strength, remember it's got that pop and flop downtrend pattern as well. As we look at this, you are looking at 2002.6 to 2003.7, right? That area up there is also going to be potential resistance later in the week. I hope this helps. You guys have a great day, and I will talk to you tomorrow.